Alright, example 2. I'm on a new page, so I kept the title and the page number and copied that over. So if you happen to go to a new page at any point, just transfer that information. Take a minute and get the first portion of this problem written out, and then we are going to go through part A and part B. Alright, so we have a problem that says we have 1 gram of protein contains 4 calories, and then 1 gram of fat contains 9 calories, and a snack has a total of 60 calories from P grams of protein and F grams of fat. So they're defining our variables for us. The equation 4P plus 9F equals 60 represents this relationship between these quantities. So they gave us the equation as well, so we want to kind of interpret what this equation means, as well as decide what some possible solutions are. Notice that 4 is the coefficient for P and 9 is the coefficient for F. So it says determine if each pair of values could be the number of grams of protein and fat in the snack. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. So first we're going to do 5 grams of protein with 2 grams of fat and see how that works. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to plug this into the original equation. So 5 is going to replace P and 2 is going to replace F. So we're going to have 4 times 5 plus 9 times 2 equals 60. 4 times 5 is 20 and 9 times 2 is 18. 20 plus 18 is not 60. It's 48, and those are not equal. So if that's the situation, this combination of values is not a possible solution to this equation. So in this equation we're working with, we have 2 unknowns. So the 2 values we plug in do have to work together to have a true answer. And 5 for protein and 2 grams for fat did not work in this equation. Alright, the next values we're going to look at is 10.5 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat. So we're going to do the same thing here where we plug in. So 10.5 will replace protein or P and 2 will replace F. So now we're going to plug back into this original equation. So 4 times 10.5 plus 9 times 2 equals 60. Well, 4 times 10.5 is 42. And 9 times 2 is 18. And that does equal 60. So notice also when I am simplifying these expressions, I'm following PEMDAS. So I multiplied these parts and then I added. So it's really important when you're cleaning up problems like this, you follow order of operations. So that means that 10 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat is a solution. But it's not the only solution. Especially when you have 2 unknowns in an equation, it's very possible to have multiple sets of values that do work. So if there is, let's see what part B says, if there are 6 grams of fat in a snack, how many grams of protein are there? So we're going to solve for P. So we've got 6 plugging in for F and figuring out what P is. So once again, still using this original equation. So 4 times P plus 9 times 6 equals 60. So I need to do some multiplication. 4P plus 54 equals 60. Solving for P, so I'm going to have to get rid of that 54 first. 4P equals 6. Now I need to get rid of the multiplied by 4, so I'm going to divide. So P equals 6 over 4, but that is not simplified, so we do not leave it like that. So I notice that 6 and 4 are both divisible by 2, so I'm going to do that to simplify and get 3 over 2, which is the same as 1 1/2 or 1.5. So any way of expressing this answer is acceptable. So for 6 grams of fat, the protein has to be 1.5 grams to satisfy this 60 total calorie.